The rubber mask is a very interesting item, and it has a very in-depth background, dating back to the year of the game's public release. Mass manipulation, scamming, and a big secret are all a part of the item's history. Let's get right into it. On August 20th, 2017, hackers Yulko and his friend, who luckily stayed anonymous, found an exploit in Pixel Worlds that allowed hundreds of items and textures that were hidden away in the files to be released into the game in massive chunks. Jake had previously said that the hackers had somehow found worlds that the developers mistakenly forgot to hide. Worlds for testing out items that were eventually forgotten and led to the entire hack itself. To this date, this is the only rollback that Pixel Worlds has ever had to release, the hack being the only ever game-breaking event to warrant one. Compared to the game's predecessor, Growtopia, they have been keeping up a pretty good pace by not accidentally releasing any multiplication glitches or receiving any more massive hacks. Growtopia having 7 rollbacks at the time of this recording, the 7th happening earlier this year on the 3rd of January. After the hack, sure, the economy had recovered from all the items being gone in the game, but the damage was already done. Hundreds of Instagram posts and YouTube videos had already been made showcasing the various items revealed in the hack. Diamond locks, vending machines, and many more items had blatantly been shared throughout the community, and there was no punishment to any of the posters that could be administered. After all, it was their mistake of forgetting to take out the items of their testing worlds that led to the hackers doing what they did. In fact, the leaked items were in the game itself. Players weren't breaching the game's terms of service by entering the game and taking pictures or screenshots by any means, so really the only victims of punishment during this time were the hackers themselves. At the time, it seemed almost like a purge event of sorts. For only a few hours, you could obtain any amount of dark pixie wings, use all sorts of unreleased content, and you saw various content creators wherever you visited. It was anarchy. At the time, people would randomly trade with you and donate tons of different items at no cost. On the other hand, people could scam you with essentially no repercussion, as dark pixie wings and world locks were valueless, and everybody knew the servers were going to be rolled back in a few days. But what does any of this have to do with the robber mask? It's simple. The robber mask is just another one of these unreleased items found through this original event. However, and this may not be any surprise to you, the robber mask itself was scrapped and never saw the light of day again following the rollback of the servers. The robber mask never existed. The misconception itself started in 2018-ish with a player named Sukumpa. This player, as of now, seems to have completely dropped off the game a couple of years ago at this point in time, so he's not directly involved in the more prominent events that occur in more recent time. Sukumpa had a set named the Banana Robber, hence the robber mask, and in this set he took inspiration from the original robber mask leaked in the August hack. To simulate this look, he used the black buzz cut and night chick mask, so combined it actually looks very similar to the original. However, to complete the trick, you must use some sort of hat to conceal the hair, otherwise it's obvious how you concealed the trick. Shortly following the player's creation of the set in August of 2018, he would shortly create what was then an inside joke about the mask, leading him and his friends to begin tricking some players in the game. Just a few weeks later, Sukumpa released a post about the mask stating that many players had been asking him for the name of the mask and showcasing people asking to buy it. What followed was hate due to telling people that the way you obtained it was top secret. Just a couple of days later, he felt the need to release another post clarifying that the mask was not a real item, just 2 items merged together to seem as one stated previously. The mask combo would not be mentioned anymore on Sukumpa's page following this post, with the robber mask finding its way back into the community a little less than 2 years later. On June 10th, 2020, Pixel Worlds player Devs released an intriguing post about an item called the robber mask following this new update. The post was later deleted/archived, but mainly, it was about Devs claiming to have finally obtained the robber mask, referencing Sukumpa's robber mask set in the caption. What was originally a lighthearted reference to a long-forgotten inside joke became an all-out confusion fest for a couple of days in the Pixel Worlds community, unfortunately spearheaded by yours truly. Upon seeing this post, as well as the confused people in the comments, I ended up asking devs myself about the item in Discord. I had generally forgotten about the August hack, so knowing most things about Pixel Worlds, I was curious as to how he had obtained the item in the first place, or whether it was just a troll just to confuse people. In the light of keeping the inside joke, well, inside, he lied and told me the following. Nothing is edited, it's an actual mask in-game. The robber mask is a different item, referencing when I asked if it was the Night Chick mask, but they both look similar. It's very blunt, it's a legendary, took a while to get it because it's luck-based. End quote. Following this statement, people began figuring out how to make this artificial robber mask, the black buzz cut, and Night Chick mask, following seeing Sukumpa's original post. Now, all in all, sure there was a bit of confusion spread throughout the community, but no one was actually impacted by this, right? Well, not entirely. As you may know, scammers seem to take any opportunity that they can get to take advantage of a new item or glitch, and in this case, a community misconception. Miraculously, on the same day of Dez's post, a prolific scammer named From with a zero, pretending to be the YouTuber FromPW, created a scam with this artificial robber mask. The player had set up a mannequin to trade the set with, and he had the mask concealed under a subject uniform. After multiple attempts to get him to take off the hat in order to reveal the trick, he banned me. We ended up visiting the world because he made a global message claiming to sell an untradeable item he got from a moderator in 2016. We actually went there and recorded a bit of it, and it's entirely possible that other players that went to the world that day were scammed, and at the time there was no report world feature, so it's entirely possible From never even got banned from that specific scam. All in all, the lesson learned from the robber mask is to be transparent about things like these, and immediately try to take accountability for your mistakes if you make them. Try to re-upload a post and clarify that it was just a troll and it was just a joke in the first place. Don't try to trick your audience, as what resulted in this scenario was mass confusion and potential scam victims. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to like the video for more of these in the future, and don't harass anybody in this video, especially Sukumpa or devs. They are still very, very good people. They just had, a bad idea for this whole prank in the first place, and Sukumpa never really had a big controversy with this anyway. It was mostly devs, but regardless, let me know what your take is on the robber mask in the comments below, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.